giving and receiving. An agricultural student, along with his professor, went to survey a field. On their way, they came across a pair of old and torn shoes lying by the roadside. They assumed that the shoes belonged to a poor farmer working in a nearby field. The student turned to the professor and said, "Let's play a trick on the farmer. I will hide his shoes, and we will hide behind those bushes to see his reaction when he can't find his shoes." The professor stopped him and said, "Young man, never make fun of poor people for your own amusement. You are an educated person, and you can find a much greater joy than this. Put a coin in each of his shoes and see his reaction." The student followed the professor's suggestion, and they both hid behind the nearby bushes. Soon, the farmer finished his work and came across the field to where his shoes were. When he slipped his foot into one shoe, he felt something hard inside. He bent down to see what it was and found a coin. Amazement and surprise were written all over his face. He looked closely at the coin, turned it over and over, and inspected it carefully. Then he looked around but couldn't see anyone. He put the coin in his pocket and continued to put on the other shoe. His surprise seemed to double when he found the second coin in the other shoe. Filled with emotion, the farmer knelt down, looked up to the sky, and uttered a heartfelt prayer of thanks. He expressed his gratitude to the unseen but generous hand that had brought such a timely gift, saving his family from hardship. The student was deeply moved, with tears streaming down his face. The professor spoke up, "Now, do you feel happier than if you had played a joke on him?" The young man replied, "Professor, you have taught me a lesson I will never forget. Now I understand the true meaning of the saying I didn't understand before. It is more blessed to give than to receive." Moral: giving is more fulfilling than receiving. The happiness in life is having something to give and being even happier when someone accepts it. Instead of making others the subject of your amusement, bring joy and happiness to others. That joy will be truly meaningful. Vocabulary: survey, noun, a general view, examination, or description of someone or something. Example: the student and the professor went to survey the field. Amusement, noun, the state or experience of finding something funny. Example: the student initially wanted to play a trick for his own amusement. Suggestion, noun, an idea or plan put forward for consideration. Example: the professor made a suggestion to put a coin in each shoe. Heartfelt, adjective, sincere and deeply felt. Example: the farmer offered a heartfelt prayer of thanks. Generous, adjective, showing a readiness to give more of something than is strictly necessary or expected. Eaxable: the farmer was grateful for the generous gift.